What is up, nerds? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to Monday, the first day of the week. Let me quickly... Come on, Blue Sky, you can do this. I believe. Oh, I cannot. Project. Curve, welcome in. Do you want to play on that date? Absolutely. Honestly, I need to go out with Daya and grab the Playdate on the Gameforce tree and actually do like a retro gaming park. What is it? The word. Picnic date. Jed, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you all mornings, weeks starting off nicely. I did not, but it happens. Let us see if the stream setting wants to see things. Plop, plop, plop. Yes, I have a VS Code open. Come on, OBS, I believe. Oh, I hate when it does this, when you like on a different file name. That is what it tries to search. Let me quickly run a Playdate as well, so we can have it on the corner. Oh yeah, I have it zoomed. Screen zoom, default zoom. Why do you see it twice? That is interesting. Playdate. One is the debug console. That is indeed not the debug console. That is the Playdate emulator itself. Playdate console. Hello. Change, please. There we go. Holy, why is that a pain to do? Have this here. Running in the background. Oh, Spotify is not seen. I love how things go smoothly. Spotify. Sounds maybe okay. So yeah, if you look in the corner, also you should honestly should do it on this screen as well. Slight spoilers for tomorrow's video for you all. I don't need the game info on here, but what I need is a big Playdate view. Let's do a window capture. Big. Playdate simulator. Yes. Loop. No. That might be a bit too much. There. And I can eat the console there as well somewhere. You can see a few new things. I haven't done much. We will go. What is the word? Go over, yeah. Go over what I did offline. Maybe it's mostly sprite work. Nothing crazy. Related. Console. Bag. You grab the Playdate console. I can see stuff nicely. There you go. Plop. And I need both of you to be a bit more down. There. There you go. Oh yeah, we can probably hold on. I can turn over this, I'll turn on this. It's the dev that I need to change. Playdate, no. Boom, boom. Very big. Honestly, let's just get rid of that. It's not really needed. Yeah, like I mean. So as you can see, we have a background name for the game. One day came up with the name of SHAPEZ because I threw around the idea of making the game about this triangle who needs to defend from circles and pentagrams, not pentagrams, but like, what is the pentagon, I guess? It's just weird because the pentagon is also named the pentagon. From pentagons and squares, spelled with a Z, heck yes. That is nice. So I did some sprite work. Nothing is drawn systematically, which is gonna be maybe something that we work on today. Look into how we can draw circles and shapes, because to my understanding, Playdate should be able to, because there is a draw polygon function. I can show you that. And if nothing else, we can draw a triangle as a polygon. One other thing I did is this font, because I did not like the basic font. And that font is done by a tool. It's called Playdate Caps. This is a website which allows you to basically draw up a font similar to how we did for Pico 8 a lot of the time. Because that was also a custom font editor. I think it's Tom Hall who made it, or is that? Don't remember. Someone made a card that was about editing fonts and exporting. Why do I need to draw a font? Because Playdate by default doesn't take DTF files. It uses its own special FNT. To my understanding, I haven't encountered FNT in real life, so we edited something. Can I open? And then go to the SSD, Gamedev, Playdate, learning project, source, fonts, yips. There we go. So you can edit all the default like basic Latin characters. I've gone for 6x6 because that is... Oh, the D is weird. We need to fix that. Because that is something that I am somewhat familiar with in Pico 8, but still is slow and chunky enough for the game because we are using 2x scale. So we cannot go for like a very big font because it would be just too big. James Oh, truly, I haven't talked about words. I haven't thought about that. Well, I mean, how you doing? Nice heads up there. We need to fix this D, by the way. Oh, whoop up. Whoop up. There we go. The inspiration was those military style fonts, because I did know that I wanted my fonts kind of like staggered a bit, because they look more edgy this way. One problem is I feel like maybe some fonts, some letters are hard to read, but since you can load the font back in, I'm not fully worried about that. So we can like edit it after. Honestly, I'm gonna add this to the fix font, because I might come back to like tinker up with a few things. One thing I struggle with a lot, and it is a shame to admit, but I was hitting my head into the desk at some point because I could not make the font work. Like whatever I did, whatever I looked up, everywhere people use the same functions, and I was like, why is this not working for me? I'm loading the font, it is there, it can find it, it sets it, it doesn't complain about everything. and the font was not applying. And this is the day where I learned that you need to load the font first before you create something that uses the font. Because if I move this font declaration after the display declaration, bam, it is the default font. And it took me so much longer to figure out what is happening. Like you can see now that, hold on, I can switch to it. Like the score is now the default font and the ASD is not. And it is because the ESD is later in the code. That is how I found it, because I went like, what if I just do a simple print and not do it, because the score displaying is this weird tag hack where you create an image out of the text, because that doesn't need an update only when you actually update the text, so it is not drawn every frame. But if you just do a print like here, then that is drawn every frame. So you can see that by the little yellow squares, if we talked about this last stream, those are basically the drawn, is the updated parts of the screen, where like something was done. So you can see how score is not updated, but ASD is shown as updating every frame. This is why that weird hack works, like why that is good. Because like sprites don't redraw themselves if they don't change. Like a weird thing. Like quote unquote weird. I get why it is useful. I just don't get why other remnants probably didn't get it. But yeah, if I move the font declaration back up to the top and reboot, you can now see the correct font loaded. And this took me like an hour and a half to figure out, because I was like going around the Discord, going around the random GitHub repositories to like figure out that, hey, maybe something is not correct here, or what am I doing wrong? Maybe like the documentation is weird or something, but no, it's just me being dumb. I think this is also how it works in Lua. I know it works the same way with filters on images, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same for... Wouldn't be fully surprised if it isn't the same for font. I just haven't encountered that, because in Lua I just loaded the font up on top. I do believe I loaded the font, but even though low res. Bloop. Yeah, hold on, let me show you. I mean, I guess I can get this file over here. So in my Lua project, I just magically have it up on top, basically in the load. This is why I never encountered that. So very well could be that it is the same. Thank you. I got some coffee. Coffee? Tea time. Mennyi cukrot kapunk? Van hát cukor. Így van. Warm tea. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Some nice Earl Grey. A little bit of sugar. I need to grab the honey out of the whatever it is called. The szekrény, I don't know. The storage compartment. So I have like a bucket of honey from home. Still. Hope it's still, it should be, probably. It is sealed and it wasn't that hot, so hopefully. We had one that fermented over the summer. I had it in the kitchen and it was too hot for it and fermented. I guess my parents didn't check the moisture level. Because in theory you should not spin honey that has a certain moisture content due to this. So like exactly so it doesn't ferment, like basically how meat is done. Back to here. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I have a polygon lure. Let me show you guys this. So there is a draw polygon function in Playdate where you can basically define a series of points that draws a custom polygon for you. And what you can do with this, it is very ugly because I just eyeball the coordinates basically, but if you go to our enemy spawner, we can change this enemy to, I think it's called polygon. Polygon. We remove this. And now we have, hold on, let me turn off the image draw because we don't technically need it. Screen like this. And now we have these polygons. They are janky. The lines are weird, so I guess I'm supplying it subpar coordinates, but you can do cool things like this. So technically you could like draw hexagons and everything. And after this, so like maybe we can do a game about shapes. And I told this to Daya and she was like, let's call it shapes with a Z or Z or whatever you want to. But I was like, that's some millennial big brain time. So yeah, trying all kinds of shapes. We have a little to do here. Let me, I guess this is the to-do file, so it doesn't really matter. So I want more shapes in the games. Technically we have two. And I want shapes to behave differently. What I haven't figured out yet is what is the... Who says Z? In technically I think both the US and the British should say it if it is alone. But I don't know. So how you say H? To be honest, I think Z should be pronounced like that. But I don't know. I'm just a stupid guy on the internet yapping about stupid things. So I want more shapes. Maybe we can implement HP values. Maybe we can implement something that splits. So for example, I don't know. Hexagons could split into two squares. Doesn't make sense, but it can work. I don't know. Z is UK, Canada, Australia, America. Say Z. Oh! The rare American W? Coming up. Hiding. Looks like the OG Brits to do the Z. What do we say? We just say Z, right? No, yeah, we say Z. Yeah. Somewhat similar to Z, just with another letter basically. Upgrade system, this is very much, I don't know about this. Very much EDK, because this feels like just pushing the limits of a small learning project that we are doing. Like it is trying to balloon the project, and what I want this first project to be is like have a very simple core gameplay loop, have a menu system, and that's all. Like I just want to, you know, taste everything a bit, and for the next project we can figure out something that is bigger in terms of scope. So this is scope. I guess like I'm not looking into creating the next huge game. I just want to learn the whole API and system and everything. Survival Score Chaser is probably what we are gonna go for. This is what I like wrote up late night. Maybe score is your HP, and if you let enemies through your HP or your score deducts, and then your score falls below 0, then you lose. But then it goes to like, if you play it for like 3 minutes, then you can just put down the device for like 2 and don't worry about your score, so it's like a bit weird. I'm not sure what to do with that. We could honestly just go for the X amount of HP the player has, like how many enemies can you let through. That is always a solution. Yeah, that's all. It's an interesting concept. I'm just not sure how I would do it. Because I feel I'll explain what my problem with that is. Like, I either scale up the damage of the enemies. Why is no one spawning? Hello? Hello? Oh. Why did this spawners stop? Shouldn't it be just tick based and do it until I call, like, not tick based, but like, what is it called? Timer? Create a timer. So this is TL's Kid Gods code. That's the tutorial we followed. Spawn time, perform after delay. Maybe we can look into this. Maybe that is the problem. Spawn enemy. Because I don't call stop timer at all anywhere. Yeah, we just call start spawner, which is the thing that background law for display. No, this is the font, polygon, enemy, bullet. The things, blah 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 blah. Yeah, this should just recall the spawn time and call it again. This is just like to why the same idea. If you like very small, very few components to the game, you can easily arrive at the same solution. Oh, this is weird. I don't know why they stopped spawning. So maybe we'll look up into this performance delay. I saw something else I wanted. Oh yeah, one thing I do not know, and this somewhat escapes my mind. I guess it is like memory based. Do you see that there is a shapes text in the background? That is a sprite. It is the background Lua, which has this image, and this is just drawn there. But it is like the sprite. What is it called? Like type, I don't know, construct in Playdate. And I honestly thought that if you have let me restart. If you have an enemy going over this, it would redraw the whole image, but it doesn't. I guess it is storing it somewhere in the memory. It is just calling the memory back and only modifying the parts of the memory where we need updates. You see that how only the parts where these are moving is updated, but not the whole thing? So I need to look into this as well. I need to write this up in a to-do. Look into why VG is not fully drawn, but only partially. Like, that would be my guess, that things are just yeeted into the screen memory or whatever it is doing under the hood, and the game redraws that memory every time and only updates on top of that, would be my guess. I don't know. That is what we need to figure out. But first, SDK. And look in the meantime. So come back here. Have the browser. And what we are looking for is... What was it? Perform? Perform after delay. Perform after delay. Reference a function callback after delay of milliseconds. Accept a variable number of arguments that will be passed the callback function where it is called. So what is after is it is eaten into the function. Argument right provided the timer itself will be passed to the callback instead. Oh, okay. So yet again, why did they stop timers? Animation timers. Yeah, this is so cool that Playdate has something built in like this. Because all these animations, timings, countdowns, tasks after delays, everything in Picoid you have to do by hand with like variables. And after a while it gets not tiring, just tedious. A frame. Ooh, there is a frame-based timer as well. Ooh, okay. That's something I'm more familiar with. You must import timer to use this function. It's also critical to call Playdate. This is what updates, yes. In your update. They are still spawning, okay. Oh, am I not deleting them and we are like maxing out memory and it is not spawning things? Maybe that is what is happening. Oh no, if self-x is less than -10, self-remove. Okay, so they should be deleted. Standard timers, timer new, duration callback. Using function for a time. Oh, that's a bit weird. They're still spawning, okay. Using key repeat timers. Key repeat timer with delay. There's a timer that fires at key repeat intervals. A function callback we called immediately. Then again after delay, after firing milliseconds, then repeatedly at delay after second firing milliseconds interval. Post, start, remove, reset. Why is this? How it is still going? Hold on, let me check. This is not the memory. There is a memory map. Where was it? Someone told me about it. It is in menu, I think. View malloc log. So hold on, I need I need a new window for this. Oh no, I don't. This should be there. So you can check out the whole memory, which is crazy to me. We can go here. Keep used. Automatically refresh. Not post. I guess I'm not seeing like... I would love to see a percentage here or something. Like, yeah, I can see colors, but what are these colors? Like now I have to look up the API or somewhere what these colors are. Why do I have no like... What is it called? The thing you have next to diagrams? Keys? Not keys. What is it called? The thing you have next to diagrams, you know, where it shows what color is what. Our menus. Fitting timers. Now, of course, it wouldn't stop. Because why would it? When we are actually looking at it, it won't. Oh, you can fetch all of them. Okay. Hold on. Is it because like are we not cleaning up the timers? That should be. Where's my console? Playdate. Timer. Oh, I cannot expand this. Oh, no. Oh, hold on, if I stop the print, is it actually not expandable then? I mean, this looks like maybe just a text, so it could be. Yeah, okay. How are you attached to this? I don't see any logs, so I guess not. Oh, timers. Yeah, you are not attached to it. I would love to look into if I can attach this console to it. I can grab like more info out. Of course it. Oh yeah, I did one other thing. Hold on. I can show it here. Oh, you can. You don't see it. Okay. You can actually move it with the crank. How can I show that to you? I can turn this on for a bit. You see down here these two diagrams? Like these two. This is the accelerometer that is technically simulated, and this is the crank. And if I actually crank the crank, ooh, this is a smaller win, but a win nonetheless. And honestly, this was easier than I would have thought, because one, the API is cool. Two, you actually get the value. So if I go to player, I can get rid of the browser, so you can actually see what I'm showing to you. I can get rid of this one. So you can ask for the change and another value. It doesn't really matter what you use here. In my case, quote unquote my case, you can just grab this get crank change, and this will show you how much the angle I think is changed. Get crank change returns two values, change and accelerated change. Change represents the angle change in degrees of the crank since the last time this function was called. So you can just look if this is negative or positive and just move the character accordingly, like where it was moved. So getting negative is anti-clockwise. Oh, wrong order. Negative values are anti-clockwise. Yes. Brain already remembering things. Yeah, where is the browser? I need to clean this scene up, honestly. Clap. And still everything is spawning, which is super weird. I don't know why they just decided to stop there. So weird. It really should be cleaned up. So with this cleanup thingamajig out of the window, we will think about if it happens again. Let's look into drawing, because we are here. Oh wow, we are almost exactly here. So there is a section called geometry, and this is where you can do all kinds of weird stuff. You can draw arcs. Like I can just draw an arc if I want to. If I want to do this in Pico 8, I cry myself to sleep. That's what I do. You know what I do in Playdate? I just call orc new. Done. Runtime. I hate math, that's my problem. I studied so much math that I just hate it now. You can call line segments, which is not sure why it is different than just a line. What is this? This is just not called line. I should call line segment. Implements a line segment between 2 points in 2-dimensional space. But this is a line. Why is it called line segment? Why do you need to be pretentious about a name? Modify the line set. Can I like insert midpoints and just modify how the line looks or what? Play geometry line segment midpoint returns the point representing the midpoint. No. Point on line. Oh, that's cool. You can just ask if a point is on the line. Wow. That is basically a collision check for a laser weapon at this point. Just ask if the enemy's middle point is on the line and done. Segment vector. What? We can do vectors? Implement a 2-dimensional vector. Yes. What the? Okay. Point, polygon, rect size. How do I do a circle? Wait, there's a different graphics drawings. Line. Oh, okay, so these are callable objects, right? Or like quote-unquote objects, like how sprite is a thing, class is. But this is why it is called different. So here is where you can draw a line. X, X1, X2, heck yeah. Hold on, how is the rectangle? Is it X and width, or is it X and endpoints? Oh, it's width and height. Ew. No, this is the worst representation. I much enjoy X1, X2 instead of X and width. This is round rect, I guess, but is there like a different one for just a rectangle? Here's the rectangle. Yeah, that's still the same, right? That would be my guess. Pixel rectangle. You can call. I mean, you can do that in Quiet now, right? We can draw round rectangles, right? Or was that a Picotron update? It was a Picoate update, right? I don't know. I don't know anymore. So you can draw an arc and a circle, ellipses, triangles, and just draw triangles. Heck yeah. That was also a pain in Pico. Both? Heck yeah. That is the only thing why I haven't drawn any rounded rectangles. I always just made a sprite corner and just draw the lines to them. I know someone made a function for it, but like, I'm not importing a function if I can just do it in less. I have the sprite space. Set polygon fill rule. Oh yeah, this is also something I wanted to play around with. Fill. So you can see that the triangle itself is not filled, but the bullet is. Oh, the other button. I press C like a Pico 8 user. And maybe that could be a game mechanic that you need to switch between filled and unfilled projectiles, and unfilled would not, so like filled would only hit filled and empty would only hit empty. Because in theory this is very easy to do. So just call fill polygon. Right? Oh no, this is still polygon. Oh, this is triangle. Yeah, fill triangle. So you can just call, you just flip between a fill and a normal draw call. Nine slice. What is a nine slice? Nine slice is a rectangular image that is made of stretchable by being sliced into 9 pieces for the 4 corners, 4 edges, and the center. Oh, this is how certain engines handle time maps, right? Like you slice the corners, and you can handle the whole time map by just the one corner tile, like one tile basically. You just slice it, the corners, the sides, and the tops, and you can do it there that way. You slice 9 slice image from the image of the path. So I guess you somehow define the middle. Pearly noise. We have pearly noise? Wow. Jed, it's time to port your game into Playdate. You have built-in Perlin. Drawing modifiers, clipping, stencils. Now this is going over what we want. Hold on. I want to go back. I want to change the player to be drawn basically everything, because at the moment I'm just calling sprites. Now I'm thinking about maybe changing these to like actual code. What I need to look into is this context thing that Squid uses, and I'm just like, I guess it is just open something new, a new like canvas area, you put something in there, then you close the canvas, and whatever you define it is gonna be the object itself. But I want to look up this as well. This push context, pop context thing. Then we can start, because this is kind of needed for this. Because you would open the image technically, a quote-unquote image. Then you open the context, yeet the draw call into it. Then you pop it and you assign it to the image. Push context. I want pop context. Context. Nothing has played about the context. Is it down here? In the screen image now. Okay. Pushes the current graphic state to the context stack and creates a new context. If a predicted graphics image is given, drawing the function will apply to the image instead of the screen buffer. Yeah, so this is more like a canvas, technically. Or like how because to me this context is a weird word here. Like I would more easily remember it if I think it as a canvas. If you draw it an image context with color, set to Playdate graphics K color clear. Those drawn pixels will be set to transparent. When you later draw the image into the frame buffer, those pixels will not be rendered. So hold on, we can check this. So with color set to Playdate graphics, let me copy this. So in theory I can just draw a transparent line into a sprite already. So like if I go to player, you have the image loaded here. So what you can do is GFX. Is it open context? Oh, what was it? Push context. Push context. Player image. I'm not sure if you can just yeet over this. GFX. the pop context. If this works, I just want to check it out. This is all these streams are about. Me tinkering. So let's just say, oh, how do I set color? We forgot to check that. Let's see, let me copy the color here. Color and pattern. Playdate graphics set color. That's intuitive enough. So I do GFX set color. That's the other button. Amen. What? Oh, Shift 9 is insert? DIL. So now I have it set to clear. So what if I do GFX draw line? And I assume the image, not assume, I think it is how it works. Like it is the same, I would think it is the same size as the image itself that we loaded. So how about we draw a line from 0 0 to 2 2. Do I need to reset this color? This color applies to drawing primitive shapes such as blah blah blah. Set color, set pattern, and set dither pattern are mutually exclusive. Setting a color will override pattern and vice versa. Oh, okay. Background color, set pattern. How do I reset this color then? Or what is the default? Because if I set this, will all my primitives use this? Yet again another question. Into the to-do list you go. If I set color, when, how it is reset, so where primitive don't use it. So let's see if this works. So what we have done is we push the context, we get something into it, and pop it, and see if it will draw a line into the player image. I'm not sure if this works, but that is how I interpreted the text. Can you restart, please? Oh, it is! Look! Not sure if you can see it, hold on. Look, the top corner is missing from the triangle. Here's my Playdate console, now Playdate big. Look! The top corner is missing. Wow. That's interesting. Because that would mean I don't need to, for example, the SHAPEZ image that you see in the background is hand dithered. So maybe I could just draw it and draw a rectangle over it with a dithered yellow pattern. I don't have to hand dither this. Which could be like an easy solution to reuse stuff. So for example, if in the menu I just want it without the dither, it is a full text. But in the game I want it dithered like this. You can use only one image. Huh. Learning. So how about we get rid of this? What I need to do is check out. I might need to look into Squid's GitHub. tutorial. Because if I do remember correctly, yes. So here the image size is defined like this. So you need to define the new image by sizes. So we go 16. We do this to player image. And now we would want to draw a triangle. So we come back to this thing. Go to triangle. And it is draw triangle and 6 points. So back to the code. I don't need you. What I need is GFX, draw triangle. So one is the top corner, which is 0. Oh, 0 is on the other side, 0, 0. One is the middle, which is a bit weird because there is no middle on the 16, 16 thing. So it is 16, 8. And the other is 0, 16, right? And then we pop the context back out. So in theory, now we should see a triangle without a sprite. Yeah, small triangle. Nice. So, quick question. We go back to the API. Can I set a thickness to drawing functions? It's like line thickness. Probably not. There's a dither pattern I talked about. Draw pixel. I'm in the drawing. I just went over. Oh, trying is just this. Uh-oh. Drawing modifiers, lines and strokes. Maybe this is the thing that we want. Oh, there is. Playdate graphics set line width. This value is saved and restored when pushing and popping the graphic context. So I go GFX, no, inside the context. For some reason this reminds me of OpenGL and I'm not sure why. What was it? Draw line thickness? Set line width. Jet, do you remember? Did you have OpenGL? Not sure. I do believe you did that course earlier than me. Set line width 2. And in theory, this is restored when I pop the context. Now we should see a thick triangle. It is thicker, but not fully. Why? I guess it is offside, right? So it should be now 1 of 1 and 15, right? Because we are drawing a too thick triangle. So we come in by 1. So I guess this goes to 9. That's a bit weird. What did I mess up? Oh, this one. This zero needs to be out. That looks a bit weird, right? Not my eyes that are missing. Yeah, there's like a weird dot poking out. Oh. Why is that? This is because my y should be still 0. This should be 0. And this should be 16. You're learning how the drawing works. Yeah, okay. That uses such a weird line. I messed up something. This should go to 8. The clue. There's something wrong with this triangle. Like on the middle, you can see it here. Hold on. You can see how it has this dent here and here. Maybe it is weird because I'm trying to draw an odd triangle. So what if these first 2 points are going back to 0 instead of 1? Like for the edges. So that is better in terms of the sides, but now the base is weird. Would this be better with 3 lines then? So I can send 1 line to the 8 and 1 line to the 9? So I would do... I guess it is just draw line, right? Probably don't need this for it. Draw line. And this line goes from 1 of 1 to 15, 15. Not 15, 15. 1, 15. Now we have a line. So now the next line should go from line. Should go from this 1 of 1 to the edge on the X, so 15 and to 8. And there should be another line. Which goes to 1, 15 on one end and to 15, 9 on the other. So I'm like pointing to the 2 sides of like the center. Oh, that's even weirder. Look at that poor little triangle. So unit should be maybe 0 and U 16, so the first line is fully filled. Yes, okay. The first branch looks okay-ish. So the second one is the wrong one, so you should go from 16. Yes. Almost. So do you go the full 16 on this side as well? I'm puzzled with these coordinates. Why is that bottom line ending earlier? Because if I go for 16, like, do I need to go for 10? Not 9? Oh, you see, that's the problem. It's not 0, this is 9. Doesn't make sense. It looks like it is starting earlier on the base, like on the vertical part. Now it doesn't. Now it is just janky. So where do I need to send you? Do I need to send you to 15? Oh, 15 does that weird gap in the middle. Yeah. I send you to 16, 8? I might need to check out. Yeah, that is still weird. So I might check out how a non-odd triangle looks. So we have a certain point, which would be, where does it start? FX, draw, triangle. So it should start from 0, 0, then go to 0, 15, I guess, because then 7 is the middle point. And then go to, so it is 15 and 7, which is the meeting point. Almost great. I just have my base incorrectly due to the width. That's nice. And yet again, it does this weird thing. I don't understand this width. Don't understand something with lines. The things don't line up. Each cap style is specified by set cap style. Oh, what is this cap style? Oh no, what is this? Oh no, what is this? Maybe it was working all along and I just didn't have this cap style set. Don't tell me that is the thing. There is this cap style. FX, set, line cap style. I probably need to like define fully it, right? So like GFX dot, what is it called? It's just GFX K-line. So now if I go back to 0 on this one. Oh. Where? Indeed, that is correct there. Why are you a wonky one? I don't understand that. Do I need to point you at like the 16th pixel due to the thickness? like this is 15, but this is 16, the endpoint for the tip. If one of them looks correct, the top one doesn't. Which is the one that ties this back. How is that not correct? Like if I do this, then it should look wonky but symmetrically wonky. Doesn't look symmetrically wonky. Okay. There is something fishy in here. Because I would love to draw these with functions, so I don't have to like draw circles and such. The problem is how we are calling back to the first one. So only triangle the lines, maybe no. Maybe it could be that this cap is doing something funky with the lines, but I don't assume so. This is why we are learning. GFX. One, 2, 15, 7. Yes, technically maybe this should point to like 16 and 8 because I'm starting at a 1, 1. Or should it point 1 back, so like 14 and 6? Who knows? Where's my cursor? Oh, I have something wrongly. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Anti-macro from pen shift. Not pen shift. Image shift. No, this is M0. There. Oh. I cannot do a basic programming thing now. Just do shift end due to how I have my keyboard set up. So the other one comes from 15. These are the two lines that want to meet in the middle. And this is the base, so like the vertical line. Oh, that doesn't look like a triangle. Oh, this is 1. Now we look like a triangle, but yet again in a wonky way. So what we can do is, let's see if I don't mess with these. In the terms of, I go to 16 here, and I come from 16 and go to 16, and go to 16. I'm so confused by these lines. Shouldn't this be a triangle? Why is the top line? That is the loop back point, right? Should I actually define this, the third points? Can you do something like that? I would assume so, no. Triangle. Yeah, it is waiting for 3 points. Like 3 pairs of points. So is not correct here. Is an even more wonky triangle. I don't like how we are drawing these lines. Because the polygons are also... The polygons are already using the same function, so they are doing like a draw polygon. How will they look if I apply width to them? Because if this is how this looks, it might just go back to using sprite. Because then I have the fine control for stuff. Yeah, that's nowhere near close what I want. Dang it. I guess we tried. I'm angry. And I already know I'm gonna love this and I want to like draw other lines somewhere. This is my sprite. Can I somehow feel you in? Probably not. Okay, have dot field equals false. Quickly boot up a sprite. Save as. Build. What I also want to do is refine the bullet image because it is definitely too big. We don't have to draw such huge areas of the screen. This can be like, what is this? 7 by 7, I guess. Bullet. This is the bullet. Save as. Field. And give me an enemy. There we go. Don't save, I don't care. So we move this up here. Oh, but this would... Dang it. This would require me to reload the player. I change the sprite all the time. Soft field image. I hate that I need to use my mouse for this until I rebind. Layer image field. Soft image. And now what we can do is if ed dot button just press k button b, then self dot field equals not self dot field, self dot rent image, I guess. No. Can I just set it? Self set image? Probably can. Self dot set image, self dot field, and self dot field image, or self dot. So we only change the image when we are pressing a button. Let's see if this works. I messed up something. SGFX in Polygon. Polygon Lua 9. Oh yeah, indeed SGFX. Off. Dang it. So what I did is just assign the two images into member variables, created a boolean, and when we are pressing the button we are flipping the boolean and setting the image based on the boolean. Nothing mind-blowing. Oh. Oh. This makes me invisible? Oh. That said it should work down here. It's not working. Oh, because I'm not calling the instance. Bad argument to set image. Player graphics sprite expected got Playdate graphics image. Okay, image new set image image self set image. Is this named? Was it something up that I'm not seeing in the object? Yeah, I was messing something up. Okay, so you cannot just use image then, yeah. So now what I want to check is in here it has field, self field. Self dot field equals field. It's coming from a parameter. Ignore the snake case, camel case combination. It's truly horrible, I know. We'll fix that later. In post all. And I do the same thing here. No, these don't change here. So what we do is self dot field and self dot field image or self dot non-field image. The bullet should change with us. And in collision, when we are checking against an enemy, what we want to check is and collided object field equals self dot field. Enemy spawner, and here you should be pulling them with math.random smaller than 0.05 and 2 all are false. We go to polygon, not polygon, enemy. Non-field image. Local field image. Same we go for field and field image or non-field image. And don't forget to set self.field equals field. What we can do is we can detach. I mean, I guess it will live inside it. Doesn't matter. We come to here. I messed up something. We'll have this asset here. You yeet it out. So now we have randomly filled and non-filled enemies. And in theory, oopsie. Move to innate bullet. Bad argument to move to what? Oh yeah, this is now not enough this way. Sub.x, sub.y. I can shoot down these two, but not this one. But now I can shoot this one, but not those ones. Yay! Features! Small feature, but something that the player has to think about. Oh. The bullet doesn't seem to change image. That's it. Yep. Save. Where's my planet? What's my planet? I don't know. Oh, the file name is wrong. It's not field, it is field day for some reason. No. Am I not setting this correctly? This might go away. I have the mix, that is one thing. Oh, it's still incorrectly named. Oh. Name. Something is still wrong, so let's come back to here. Did not save. And I have them inverted. Okay, that's an easy change. Wait, why do I have them inverted? Self-field and self-what? Back and forth editing. That is going okay-ish. I was trying to draw things with lines and I did not like how the lines looked. Like at the moment the triangle you can see on the screen is an actual triangle. Transform. Is it transform? Like the triangle you see is a sprite, not like drawn as a triangle, like code. Because I don't like how the lines look if you draw it with code. They look a bit wonky. And now for some reason my bullets are weird. They are flipped. What I'm trying to make is... This is now a field bullet and this is an unfilled bullet. And they are flipped in sprites. For some reason. I don't know why. Because I exactly tell it that if you're filled, set the field image. If you are non-filled, set the non-filled. Do I have the file names? Bullet. Bullet. No. The normal bullet is the unfilled one. Oh fuck me, I do have them inverted. Oops. Monday. Technically not. The only upside is I do have to draw a filled in triangle and a not filled in triangle. That is the downside. Like you have to update the whole area of the sprite anyway on the screen. You cannot really spare anything with actually using procedural code, like, you know, code. It would be just neater, you know, because I don't have to like duplicate every sprite with like a filled in sprite and a not filled in sprite. How are you doing? I haven't seen you live in a while. Like a long while. Wow. I love how funky the bullets look when they are going over the background. Like the SHAPEZ logo. Because of the dither pattern. They look weird. Oh, what is the collision box? Hold on, we might have the collision box messed up for the bullets still. View sprite collisions? Oh yeah, it is totally off. Well, because I have it still modified due to it them being an 8x8 earlier. Yeah, here, set, collide rect. Paint. 8. What is it? It's a 7x7, right? So yeah, I do have a Playdate. I bought a refurbished one like 2-3 months ago, something like that. So it was cheaper because holy shit, our taxes are crazy. Fuck that. Like I could not shell out the full price because it was like almost $300 with like the VODs and everything. You know, Hungary being Hungary. So you could buy a refurbished unit from Playdate itself. So technically they look over it and like in theory guarantee you that it has no problems. And honestly, I don't see any problem with my device, nor visually nor mechanically. The only caveat is you don't have the full nice packaging. Mine came in like a carton box with a Playdate marked wrapper and the cable and the device. Like you don't have like that nice TikTok opening thing. It's quite hip, yeah. And I like the idea of the device. It's interesting. It caters to my weird Pico 8 coded brain for being like this, not fantasy console, because yeah, it shipped from the US. Yeah. You could not order them from quite a long time. Like when like not season 1, but like the first like 2 productions were or something, you could not order to Hungary. They weren't supporting they haven't been supporting our country yet. It was a recent addition because I looked into it earlier. Yeah, it is also all Lua, yeah. And honestly, like you can. So hold on, this is a simulator that you see here. This comes free with the SDK. but you can actually just plug in your Playdate. Hold on. Let me fetch my cable. Up-a-la-pum. Oh, you did not. Oh, because I haven't unlocked it yet. Up-a-la-pum. So what you can do here is delete that device. You can use the device as a controller, for example, and now I'm controlling it with my Playdate, which you cannot really see, but trust me that I'm holding the actual physical device connected by a USB. I have a camera somewhere, but I'm too lazy to set it up. Just use your imagination. The crank is also like a weird addition. The whole 1-bit screen, or like, yeah, 1-bit screen, and all the limitations. It's just an interesting device that kinda catered to my weird fantasy console mind. But also the dollar is quite low, which basically means you get a discount. I mean, the Hungarian forint is even lower, so no, not really. The dollar went up like about 20% in the last 2-3 years for us. Is it showing up as a HUD in the device manager? I haven't checked device manager, honestly. I think it's like some kind of serial tinkering. Jobban teljesít. Repülőrajt. As in, can I use the Playdate as a generic controller in a game? I don't think so. I haven't tried that yet. Yeah, I don't see it. In the device manager per se, like named out. I don't think you can use it as like a normal controller. But yeah, technically Playdate only got pricier for me in the past few years. My government is something. So I don't know the technical details on how they are doing that. But you can also immediately send to the device from here. I mean, it's an interesting derail. Like, I don't mind derailing. You know my streams. I can talk about language if you want for 10 minutes. One other cool thing is you can, from this simulator, click a button to like upload to game device directly and just boots it out to the device. It eats the whole binary and blah blah blah. Doing even worse than the US. We are doing even worse than every other fucking country in the world. Like, we had the most amazing rail system in like the 50s. Like basically almost a word of wild. Which is wild, I know. The problem is we haven't improved since. Oh boy shit, like at some point we were the pinnacle of public transport and they said, I'm fine, I'm satisfied. And we haven't touched it since. And like derailment is daily, and if your train doesn't go late, then that is the weird thing. Yeah, that is what happens when people steal money instead of investing it into the country, but that is a whole another rant. We have bullets, and honestly, with the fact that why is this pause now? With the fact that I tried out the line rendering and I didn't really enjoy it. This is mainly what I wanted to do today. But that said, we are approaching the usual stream and as well, so it's like somewhat great, somewhat not, because something I wanted to do is not working, and but something else is. I know this is like a very easy change, you just added a few booleans, but at least we tinkered around the graphics, looked into how line draw works, how segments work. You can draw arcs and tangents and polygons and every little stupid thing you can imagine in your life. I'd love to check out this shapes rendering thing that I talked about. If you can call a render filter over an image. We can do that, hold on. What was it called? You can just call it over the player and see. Something dither. Most used Playdate sold in Germany actually about a success is sometimes even more expensive than buying new from Panic right now, and they are sold in few and far between. Yeah, I still think like I saw a few as well on sale here and there, and they were they were more expensive than buying brand new. And I will never understood people who buy something for, I don't know, for example, $10. They use it and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this for 20. Like, fuck you, that's not how it works. As a good Hungarian saying would say, a feléből mennyit engedsz, which roughly translates to how much are you letting go from the half price, like how much lower than half the price. It's like as soon as you open the package, that's where we are. It's not down sale. Where is it dither? Is it actually in stand sale? Oh, Playdate graphics set pattern. Use the given Playdate graphics image to set 8 pattern used for drawing. Oh, that's not what I want. Set color. Blend with image, set inverted. Draw faded, blurred image. Clear mask, auto mask. Draw sample, draw scale, rotated. You can rotate images in Playdate, that is one thing over Picoid. Like technically you can rotate images in Picoid, but like with a trick. But Playdate has a default API function for it. It is not, how do they say it? Like, I think in the design document they say that don't overuse it, use it sparingly because it is expensive. But there is an actual built-in function for rotating stuff. Because we do have tricks in Picoid to do that, it's just a trick. I swear to God. Set dither pattern. This is what I want. It should be any angle to my understanding. Hold on. I'm saving this URL. Oh, you are not saying in my browser by the way. Just scrolling in the API, you're not saying it. Rotate. Set rotation angle. In degrees clockwise with an optional scaling factor. It's just rotate how you want it. I'm not sure how cool it looks. I know. Hold on. Playdate. I think this developer Playdate is the page where designing. I think here they talk about his screen, sprites, tiles, text, 2x graphics, which is what we are using. Yeah, here. So like Programmatically rotate the sprite, for example. This is how it would look if you rotate it by the code. Probably on. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? To be fair, they probably paid more dollar, euro, used to be 1 not long ago. Yeah. And tariffs and every stupid thing. Import if you are playing import, which you usually do if you are buying outside from the EU. But like still. I still advise just buying a new one, probably. Not even sure if we have one. I don't think we have one. I think I looked on most like Hungarian marketplaces. I do believe somewhere I saw, I think someone made a map where you can see registered users for Playdate. Not sure if I'm just imagining that or someone actually did that. Like on the actual world map you could see like users. I do believe someone bought one in like Budapest or somewhere near it. Like, doesn't surprise me. Fucking Budapest, of course. So yeah, it's not the best image, as you can see 4D, but it is doable. What they talked about is maybe it is better if you hand draw the few images that you need for the rotation. They're like image tables, multiple transformation of the same image, so you can do some quirky thing. There are two kinds of image tables, matrix and sequential. Source of file map. Load it from a single file, your game source order. Oh, so this puts them into an atlas, basically. Compiler splits the image into separate bitmap dimensions. Yeah, this is basically an atlas. Sequential images. They're loaded from a sequence files, compile time, table sequence number before extension. Get image n. Oh. That is the second one. But you are not missing much. Because I'm still very much learning the thing. What you can see here is basically what we have. A little game where you are this triangle. You can shoot filled triangles and unfilled triangles. You can switch between states. We have a background, we have a custom font, a spawner that infinitely spawns, and we have the crank tied into movement as well. So like you can crank up and down, move up and down. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that. Just something I wanted to look into because I was like, hey, we have a crank, how easy is to look if I'm like cranking up or down? All this is very easy. I followed mostly Squid God's tutorial. There is a what's this called? It's like your first Playdate game or something. We took the template and that is what we are modifying. So you can look better. Today's stream is more if like looking into the API and trying to figure wrong skin. Figuring out the API, but also not very much the wrong scene. We failed at a few things. We wanted to... I'll show you guys, by the way. I do believe I still have the... We did it. Ah. I wanted to draw the player with code, so like drawing a triangle, because you can... There is an API function to draw a triangle. Triangle. So you can just add the 6 points and it will draw it. Just looked wonky. Didn't like how the line was drawn. It's like not my line, you know, not my kind of line. Not my tempo. So we went back to sprites basically. Now we are trying to check this dither. Set pattern used for drawing a dither pattern. If the current drawing color is white, the pattern is white pixels on a transparent background. Due to a the alphabet was inverted. I love how they're just saying that, yeah, the API is bugged. Whoops. So how do I set dither pattern alpha? It's like, how do I set the pattern? The optional dither type argument is dither type as used in blurred image. Oh, okay. So hold on. We're just playing around before I end the stream. So it is graphics set dither pattern, okay. So we are assigning the image. So before that we say gfx push context Unfilled image. I guess I would love to change this to be filled at first. I can actually see this. Push context. GFX pop context. And in the middle, do GFX set dither pattern. In the current drawing color is white, which should be, I think, because the background is white. Or is it black? We will see. So I just YOLO the one. I don't know. We will see. And then we go to dither type. Let me say, for example, buyer 22. GFX image. VFX. Zero. It might not be working in the way I want. Set the pattern used for drawing to a dither pattern. So I might need to fill in, maybe. Like do a fill rectangle over this. GFX fill rect. I assume it can, yeah, it can take these 16, 16. It doesn't work the way I thought it will. Interesting. Okay, that was an exercise. And Yeah, this is the dither type, okay. Would just set button work? Set button. This maybe? So just yeeted the button. Because coloring would unset this button. Somewhere they told us that that's how it works. Like they are exclusive to each other. Yeah, here. Mutually exclusive. Setting color will override button and vice versa. Well, we have something at least. We have this little game that has more gameplay. You now actually need to look forward of what you are shooting and with what type of bullet you are shooting it with. Now let's turn off all these sprite collision thingies. Pew, 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 pew. I cannot shoot these with these. I can only shoot with them. It's a small progress, but a progress nonetheless. Do we have someone to raid? Smelly is not up. I will check. Is anyone working like point stuff? Probably not, because like there's like 5 of us who stream Picoid. I think that's an overestimation. Picotron. You can set an arbitrary custom refresh rate. Huh. It is running on 60, right? By default. I guess when your game is... Oh no, maximum is 50. So like if I come back to this, maximum is 50 and 30 by default. So I guess if you know that your game can handle 50, you can push it up to 50. It's like how you can play in Pico, like with 60 if you want. I seems high, yeah. I mean, Chrisman is playing Picotron from time to time, like High Stakes, the new demo thing. Smelly Fish Sticks started streaming somewhat. Washburn streamed like twice. Worksy, of course. Worksy streamed quite a lot and streams quite a lot on jams. X-Star haven't streamed in a while, but I assume he's occupied with the kid. I mean, he streams Diablo a lot, but like for like an hour or two while the kid is outside. Yeah. Chris streams Picotron recently. Who else? Like, we have a few gameplay streamers. What are they called? Hold on. Hold on, I'm turning this off in case we see something that shouldn't be seen, but we should not see things that should not be seen. Because I don't think I follow anyone who should be against Twitch EOS. If we come back to here, there is a YouTuber who started streaming Picoid games from time to time. Are they not in here? He streamed somewhat recently. Suddenly they stream like not in my hours. No, I don't see them. Yeah, something retro tech. Yeah. And I think that's all. Last of Us 40 is YouTube only. Deontay haven't streamed in a while, but I know he went out for something work related. And he has kids as well to look after. I assume no one is streaming Playdate. I'm streaming Playdate, yeah. Like, thank you, Twitch. Thank you. I love you. That's very, very useful. None of my dev friends are up at the moment, so. Oh yeah, sorry, I have links turned off. Yeah. Due to the scammer stuff, you know, the bots and such. Quickly, let me separate. Can you raid yourself? Is that a thing? Hold on. The channel cannot raid itself. Okay, they thought about this. Playdate is even more rare. Yeah, I know only about Fletch. I think that's all. Yeah, I tried and the chat speeds back that you cannot trade yourself. Retro tech fun, right? Retro fun tech. This channel is playing PK from time to time. And they have VODs up as well. This one, if you're all interested. You browse through them. To my understanding, I haven't called them yet because I feel like it is like kind of thing. And Fletch mainly streams gaming videos, yeah. I mean, it's understandable. Fletch has other things going on. And that's why he doesn't stream Gamedev. I mean, I haven't streamed Gamedev in a while myself, so like I haven't done Picoid development in a long while. A long while, and it is probably gonna stay the same for a while. Playdate and Love to Do gonna be the main thing when Jing is here. Yeah. I do want to stream more Playdate, like game dev and gameplays as well. Like I want to do Repeat Rogue. The root beer is fun. There is another game. Hold on, what is it called? X-Rays, of course. Starship, what is it? Inventory Hero. Inventory Hero is cool. I liked it. There is a Fulcrum Defender, is also really cool. I enjoy Dig Dig Dino. Wellsprung is neat. Oh yeah, Long Puppy. I need to play more Long Puppy. Justin does occasional Playdate streams at currently working on a Godot game. Ooh. Have you tried Micro Studio? Probably not, because I'm not familiar with the name. I dabbled in a few things. Micro Studio. Oh, I tried this like once. That's all, like I quickly looked into it. This is like full online, right? If I remember correctly. Like you can come in here and you can code in the browser and everything. Because I remember this user interface. Used to watch Exoskip a lot. Yeah, same. I still tune in for his Diablo stuff. I like lurk around and chat with him when he's up. But yeah, it was fun. He did said that he is looking into coming back, like I don't know, like a month or two ago. But like, thing. There's a downloadable app too. There is an app? Oh yeah, here they are doing phone thing. Then on an offline application. Oh, they are showing Windows as well. Okay, I was thinking of another app. What I also want to look into it now we are at like other stuff. Is it puzzle script? Is it puzzle script? It's puzzle script. I want to look into puzzle script. It looks interesting and weird. Like you have this weird syntax. This is like more for Sokoban stuff. And what is it called? Is it called Bitsy? It's like a very small, like a low, like mostly narrative. Which is not my forte, that's why I haven't tried it yet. Look at this Bitsy. No, hold on. Make a game. Wow, that is low to load, holy. I have like a few like very off. Like back in the behind after the drawers, like on the other side of the road. Like I have RPG in a box and one more thing, but it escaped me so hard, holy. Oh yeah, GB Studio, but not GB Studio, but like something related to Game Boy games, because I don't enjoy visual programming. That is not my thing. That is why I haven't tinkered with Bitsy either. Like I'm very much so a programmer. I don't fully enjoy like visual, like tick 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 tick. Put this here, put that there. This is like the third most used engine on each. Holy. That's something I would not imagine. I know it is very like liked and has a cool community, and I've seen a few Bitsy games on Gems. Like this would need me to like look into other stuff. Also, oh, I forgot the name of the project. There's a project which is about developing for the NES with Lua, which is, I know, sounds crazy. There is, I think it's called Nashfab. Is it Nashfab? It might not be Nashfab. This might be something else. No, this is the custom stuff. Okay, this is the other one. There is like a Lua thing for NES. Lutro? Lua NES. Not Lutro, but this is something else then, which is interesting. I know about Love Potion, I think it is called, or Brew, which is for, I think it's for Game Boy, I do believe. I don't think this. Oh, it might be. It talks about being a ROM. But it's talking about RetroArch. So it might be something like just like related. I do believe I found somewhere like an actual project that was about Discord. Coding and shit. You're talking about no, Discord bot. Blah 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 blah. Playdate. Hold on. This is it, BCP Core. Oh, this is Game Boy, it looks like, not Nash. I think this is the one. Hack together a Lua interpreter with the intuition of allowing people to make Game Boy games without needing to write C. Lua API for BP Core, also uses API like Fantasy Consoles. Yeah, this is the one. If anyone else. Yep. I haven't tried it. But in theory, this is it. This is Game Boy Advance, okay, I lied. This is not NES, it is Game Boy. So, I guess then you are like free to go for Brew, Lua, Game Boy. Is also... Oh, homebrew. Is it homebrew? Yeah. Is it a potion? Fleuve brew. You guys. Let's brew. But yeah, this is also about making Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Wii U. Okay, it's 3DS. Dang it. Yeah, I know Ghibli Studio is like the most prominent, or like probably the most used. It's just also visual programming. And I don't want to go back to C. I really don't want to go back to C. Like, I liked C, and it was neat. Like, you could just go for a C or C++ library. Like Zalib, I think it is called. But I just don't miss those days when I was struggling with... Not struggling. Pointers, memory allocation, wait. Ad break. Of course now there is an ad break. Why am I getting pinged? The fuck? Okay, it's Chad. I play something up. The stream. But yeah, it is probably where we're gonna end today. We made something. We are over our usual stream time. I'm tired. 9:30. It's just not so late, but later than when I would like to like go over APIs and stuff. So yeah, we have this cool thing. Hopefully in like the next few streams we can create a gameplay loop, like some kind of menu system. Oh, I would love to do... This goes into the to-do. I would love to look into, because in theory there's like a global high score system you can do in Playdate. So like everyone who plays shows up on the same high score board. I do believe there is something like that because X-Trace has it, so I would love to tie in that as well, but that's probably all that I would love to do in my first game. Do a scene management, have a simple game, have high scores, have a gameplay loop. We just put it up to each and let people download it. So we are learning the engine, and then we can think about an actual game to make for here. Oh yeah, looking into how the store works. I'm not sure how it works, like the actual Playdate side. I'm not sure if they will allow a game like this on there, but that's a whole other bridge we need to cross when we get there. I'm not sure how picky they are on the main side. Which I don't mind, it's a stupid game. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone who tuned in. Next stream is gonna be on Wednesday. You can always check out when we are streaming on the socials and on the Discord. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. We are not raiding over anywhere because I don't have any friends over. No friends. So yeah, yet again, once again, thank you for being here. Hope you're gonna have a nice rest of your day. Good night, good rest of your day. depending on your time zone. And see you on Wednesday. Yeah, then, take care, and bye-bye.